then you're not a wholehearted believer. You're a partial believer, and you basically believe in it because it makes you feel good to want to choose to want to believe in this. It makes you feel good. It's all feelings. It's all feelings, and feelings are not matter. Feelings are not matter unless you are Green Lantern. That's the only way feelings can be matter if you are a Green Lantern, because they can bring their imaginations to life.
I feel like feelings are matter, but it's not like the Green Lantern joint, like you said. Like it's not feelings like in that sense.
That's what manifestation is. That's what I meant by that. That's what I meant by
Oh,
that. Yeah, feelings do matter, but feelings are not matter. Yeah, feelings do matter to the people that we care about. And to us, we care about sharing our feelings. It matters to us. So you have a better understanding of understanding.
mhm.
Understanding. Without the phrase everything happens for a reason existing, then there can't be a God. Like to me, that whole phrase is retarded to me. Everything happens for a reason. That
Right.
whole thing is retarded. Like, no. I mean, technically, that thing only can go if technical. If you're talking about it technically, yes.
Like, yeah.
Technically, everything does happen for a reason, or else it wouldn't have had happened.
Hmm.
But as far as how we use it in the context, nah. No, that's BS. That's BS on the God that you choose to believe in, to me. Because again, I don't think people in poverty really want to be in poverty,
Right.
but but this whole construct of evil existing and evil has to be a part of existence because good exists. Does it? And I ask, does it? Because we're supposed to go through a spell of an X amount of years of peace. If we can go through an X amount of years consistently of peace without evil, then there doesn't have to be evil existing to begin with. Then, if
Right.
we can, if, if that be the case as well, then God should actually be doing what you claim He does to the people who actually believe in Him. He should be protecting them from this evil that's happening. I shouldn't have to go through being raped to understand something,
That's what I'm saying. That's the first thing I'd be thinking about.
but we still talk about this nigga as if he actually does exist, even though I don't believe.
Right. I think it's weird. Yeah, it's crazy. But I feel like humans, like we so narcissistic that we have to think. Like we can only think on that certain level. Like we have to think there's this one guy, and he has to be a
Yep.
guy. It's not a girl, or it's not like how is this person everything but not certain things at the same time? Doesn't make sense. It's very contradictory. And I think that shows that it was written by a person. Like it's all that,
Absolutely.
yeah. If we're expressing it, if God can be expressed in words that we can make up, then I don't think that that's what God is. You can't really explain what God is.
Yeah, explanations to me are nothing but loopholes. For you to explain anything about God, to me it's just a loophole that you want to believe in. Like the whole thing of the media, the movies or the cinema I have seen where they did show God is always explained to this is not my true form. This is the form that you can comprehend.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a freaking loophole.
Hmm.
That's a freaking loophole. And again, we're choosing to want to believe in that because it makes us feel safe. It makes us
Hmm.
feel good. For whatever, I don't even understand why it makes us feel good, given the fact that we know that it's not real. Like we are aware of our own delusion that this is our imagination. I didn't really hear a voice telling me something. That voice I heard, I bet you, I I can't really tell. and somebody can always be lying to me, most definitely. But I really truly believe that the voice that you're hearing sounds exactly like you.
Yeah. Or
That
something
voice
that you
you
make up, something that you're
this,
imagining.
the voice you're hearing it sounds exactly like you. That that imagery that you're seeing that says is a God, your Lord, you didn't see that for real. And I believe that you know that you didn't see that for real, but it makes you feel good to want to believe that this is what it is. It just makes you
Yeah.
feel good. Again, I'm not saying you're wrong for it. And I get the fact that imagination helps with the coping of sanity.
Facts.
I get all of that. But again, to believe in one's imagination to that degree it's kind of like wow to me because it's
Not
kind
even
of
your
like
own imagination, though. You're like a
yeah,
imagination of somebody else.
and you know what? That's the most tripped out part about it as well because again, you're imagining what somebody has told you about their God that they believe that they're instilling in you to believe. People who believe and people in general, period. We talk of God and Jesus of being two different separate entities, knowing that they're the same entity. That's the part of what I be talking about you aware of your own delusion. Like you know that this is God, but yet you still calling this nigga Jesus because Jesus said call him Jesus, knowing that Jesus is God. Because God said that he's Jesus.
And God, yeah, Jesus said, "You can't call me God because I'm not God, but I'm God."
Exactly, exactly. You know what? We can get off of this because I was thinking about this too. The things go the way they go because we treat them as such. Branching off the the Bible treating women like incubators and currency, and the rest of the world treating women like incubators and currency. For one, that's what the book tells you to govern onto your government. It tells you to follow the government. Whatever the government do, follow it. Govern onto your
Hmm.
land. That's what they tell you. So if the government, which is society as well, is treating women like incubators and currency, for some reason society fall to par. I think that's part of the mentality of men and women, period. Like we don't really have morals of our own. We live by the societal morals of the gender that we are. And when you think about that, you see these videos of women, shoot, just doing the typical thing that you see them doing, being shoot, I can't even think of a word. Just go with explicit to be like a better term.
Yeah, yeah,
You're being explicit, doing this and they they're carrying on saying, "Oh, I'm just expressing my sexuality and all this and this and that." I mean, okay. I mean, again, it ain't bothering me. Hey, you the one got to live your life. I
right,
mean, but if you treat it like this, how do you expect it to be for
right,
everyone else to treat it not like this?
right. They be like, "I'm
Yeah,
taking it back. We're
that's a
taking,
retarded saying.
yeah,
Yep, I'm taking it
we
back.
took bitch back. Y'all can't call us,
Exactly.
yeah.
It's the same that they say about nigga.
Bro. Real
Yeah,
talk. Like if you say
nigga is
nigga, you gonna
all
say,
word.
yeah. Like, if you want to say nigga, just say nigga. But I can't stop you from my boy punching you in the face. I ain't gonna protect you.
Exactly.
But that's what it
Uh,
is. If you want to say nigga, say nigga.
exactly. It's kind of I hear this thing coming from Charlemagne often. He says on the show, you can't tell somebody how to react. I'm
Yeah.
like, nigga, we do that all the freaking
Hmm.
time. It's called advice, nigga. That's what we tell people how to act all the freaking time. Man, that's how we raise our kids to act like this. Like you
Hmm.
know how to act, right and wrong. So yes, we can tell people how to act. It's just a matter of they gonna act the way they gonna act or not.
Right.
So that being said, like yeah, that whole taking back stuff. Well, yeah. I'm a bad bitch. I'm not a bitch. I'm a bad bitch. Well, again,
A bitch is a bitch.
you know,
Right, right.
it don't make a difference what you put in front of the word bitch or after the word bitch. You're
Mm.
still a bitch. Same for nigga. I'm like,
I'm a
man, it
real
don't make a
ass nigga.
exactly. Even and then we even to the point to where we distinctively separate the two, nigger and nigga. Nigga, they're the same thing as niggers. It's the same thing.
I
Like
say
it's
nigga. I say nigga.
exactly. I said, nigga with the hard R. My goodness, like a nigga is a nigga. Okay,
Facts.
it's ba- I really see it as the viewpoint of again language. Is we fall back on language.
Yeah.
We take out the er on virtually all of our words that end in er and replace it with the sound, with the syllable. And from what we can see, or from what we will see on an often basis, Southern people, not just black Southerns, but Southern people takes the er off of their words at the end of their words. So supposedly the South is where slavery supposedly began in America. So they will instinctively by language, or what you call that, fluently, my bad, not
Mm-hmm.
instinctively, fluently by language, they will be calling us niggas
Mm-hmm.
themselves, not just us saying the word nigga because we were too dumb to pronounce the er.
Hey, real talk. I never I never thought about it like that. I never thought about it like that. You kind of cooking.
I mean, I just think a little bit. Again, a lot of the stuff that we talking about just comes from thinking. Again, I'm not permitting. I mean, I'm not consecrating. I'm not if I'm using that word correctly. I'm not concreting the word that my theories are what it is,
Right.
or the things that I think about is what it is. That's why I like conversing about my thoughts. I'm not my
Mm.
thoughts. I'm just like talking about them.
I do want to put out a disclaimer too. White people don't say nigga. You heard it from me. Don't do it.
I mean, advisable.
I'm advising you
I
not to do that.
don't say it ain't gonna bother me none.
Nah,
It ain't gonna.
nah.
It wouldn't bother me now. I ain't speaking for you, but it wouldn't bother me now
Yeah.
because again, we like to live by the you don't know me mentality,
Mhm.
even though we know ourselves already. We know us because if we want to live by that mentality and everybody is out here trying to find themselves, nigga, you don't know you either. So how can you tell me about you?
Mhm.
If you want to go off that mentality, but we do that anyway. Again, so going off that mentality, I don't get mad because I know who I am. Even though I say the word nigga all the time, I don't identify as a nigga.
Facts.
It's just a terminology. It's a terminology that mentally, since we're psychologically screwed up in our heads to get hurt by words, that's why. It's like, if I know that you're being retarded right now. I know that you're trying to raise something out of nothing right now. I know that you're trying to invoke things. That's what I'm looking for. I know you're trying to invoke by using the er instead of
Hmm.
nigga for one. Like a lot of the times is used in the right context from black outsiders outside of black. But again, since black didn't say it, we get our psychological damn it feelings,
Right.
misled feelings, and want to act, as we like to say, out of character, even though nigga, that's what you are. It's okay. You went to 10 for this reason. Isn't you going to 10? Is you still? It's still you. It's just a variation of you. You know how to be a nigga just because you know how to be a nigga because you just got mad at the word nigga. So you know how to be a nigga. You just don't want anybody else using
Yeah.
it for some reason. Just like bitch. You know how to be a bitch. So If I call you bitch, what up, bitch? I'm using it in the right terminology of how you use the word bitch.